dodgeball. The one I've prepared is of close calls and curve balls and, well, now that I've flicked through, just kind of balls in general. Big ones, little ones, ones of steel, ones of cotton, especially those ones of foam that we were encouraged to throw full rank at our classmates. Ones that knock against each other to show you what inertia is. Those balls of frizz that end up on your pants that cause your mum to make a song and dance. Ones that hang. Ones that bounce. Side note, all balls bounce if you try hard enough. Ones that you can squish when you're stressed, others that you can swallow when you're depressed. Balls make the world go round. The solar system's made of them. It's not dinner plates floating around up there. I mean, unless you've got a head full of air. But I hypothesise that life is just one giant game of dodgeball. I know it seems pretty improbable, but stay with me on this one. Let's go back to where it all begun. Balls. They have a pretty important key role. They hold every single he, she, and in between ever to exist. And quite honestly, guys, boys, men, you could do better. I don't mean to sound bitter, trust me I'm not. If anything, I'm sweet with a little kick of hot that kind of gets you right in the throat when you not so subtly denote your desire to get underneath my attire. Like, just because you've got an entire population swimming around down there doesn't give you the right to grab my hair while I'm stacking shelves and proclaim you'd like me on my knees all to yourself. You've got hairy balls. Tennis balls, I mean. Balls that fly at you at 200 kilometres per hour. Just pure human power pushing that ball in all its glory, hair being blown back like Jesus in one of those allegories, just... Hair. It can tell you loads about a person, or it can change the mood of a room. Fuck, she's got hers in a chignon, and I haven't brushed mine since the last blue moon. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, don't. Hair holds the secrets of life. It hides game plans from snooping eyes, and as you get more secrets, your hair becomes heavier. And that's why women have long hair, for like good weight distribution and stuff. Not because it made a man stiff that one time. Now he needs help to get to his prime. But no fear, the male-dominated government is here. Please come and collect a complimentary blister pack that will get you back and romping in the sack. Terms and conditions apply. Not really. Oh, and women, please don't come in here and be silly, demanding free girly products. We've got our hands pretty full with these bollocks. I reckon that those male trollops from school who used to hoard all the dodgeballs and then haul them at the other team, beaming ear to ear for their ingenuity, probably don't know what equality means now. Like, which maybe makes me think that they're probably spending their days allowing injustice to be served to the poor and reasoning it by announcing they should have started counting their balls earlier. It's not our fault that we were taught to play dirtier. See, we're halfway through, and who would have thought that dodgeball could be the biggest life lesson that school ever taught? Like a game of dodge, when I'm walking down the street at night, I wish I had an entourage to back me up when the footsteps thump behind. I feel the stares as they pass their game plan around, and I pretend I don't care. I'm going to try and fake them out. I continue to wear the exact shade of lipstick that got me those stares, and I'll continue to stand in the firing line because as much as it pains me to give in to the male gaze, I guess I'm just kind of wired that way to attract the opposite sex and then watch him crumble to a state of perplex when the object starts talking. Like it's fucking Toy Story or something. When I step calmly away from the ball coming at me, they yell, "Witch!" and "Psychic!" Because contrary to stereotypic portrayals, secrets are a girl's favourite sidekick. But I do wish secrets meant real power, like really being able to devour the opposition in any encounter. But instead they just instill fear when a man comes too near. And not the fight kind of fear, more the freeze, grit your teeth and just breathe. And I don't want to come across as some power-hungry bitch. I'm just trying to work through how we got to be in this situation whereby men treat a snag on the Barbie with more respect than the Barbie he's crowned his wifey. I purchased an apron the other day, black with big white letters that say, "Wife me up." I like to wear it drinking wine from a trophy cup. 2013, under 14s, into school dodgeball. Lots of games revolve around balls, don't they? Like netball, let's say. We really like to rock up to the courts on a crisp winter's day and watch balls be manhandled by girls who haven't yet been taught to play the game of life. And we listen to them yell at each other, "I'm here if you need." But we all know that at 23, Maddie and Jessie will no longer be friendly. Oh no. Because women are to hate thy neighbour and to dig at each other's lives in the daycare foyer. And I haven't done the dishes in a while, so the trophy is the only thing clean. And I guess it also kind of gives me some meaning to my life. Honestly, with this story, I'm just trying to warn you that I will make a horrible wife. And I'm really not suitable to carry on your genes. I don't know if you guys know him, but I have no affiliation with Mr. Sheen. And quite honestly, I'm a bit afraid of teens. I think it's why I scream a little bit every time I pass a mirror. A little shiver goes up my spine when I think one day that could be mine. I guess it kind of blows my mind that I can be born from a tiny ball of yarn, sat warmly in a place of complete calm, knitted and crocheted until the world around me began to sway and decay. And suddenly, I'm stood in front of myself, compelled to cry and just wonder why. Why am I here? I don't even really like dodgeball that much. It's a funny world, isn't it? Full of grit and grime and good times, hard times, times I wish time would just stop so I could throw a strop and no one would see. And my moment of anger wouldn't be taken as a byproduct of being a she. It wouldn't be used against me to knock me down a peg when I don't beg for his attention after he whispered in my ear how he'd like to fuck me into the third dimension. At least he has the capacity for abstract comprehension. I do often find myself asking the big questions. Can I unlearn my microaggressions? Is it healthy to live my life as if it's one big dodgeball lesson? How do I help my friends with suicidal depression when licensed psychologists can't fit them into a session? Do pink and red really go together? I know that Amelia Whitstead is trying to make it happen, but will it ever? I didn't get taught the answers at school. Instead, I just got taught dodgeball. I guess as a sadistic kind of preparation for life, where life is the court and the balls are the sexual advances made on public transport, or the boxes ticked on a diversity report, or the prejudgments placed on women who are divorced, or the change of career because of company-covered assault, or the really, really good proposal that was binned because of lack of support. Because as all women know, make him think it was his idea, and then cry, "Eureka!" when you're in the car on the way to the bar. Because one minute we're told to dress for the job we want, not the job we have, and the next we're treated as some debutante with a biological clock and a weird obligation to follow orders from a body with a cock. Because he's never the one asking for it, but he's the only one who wants it, and we're constantly trying to dodge it, faking him out with a nice dress just to see what he'll confess. So So by teaching us dodgeball at school, they were training us to fuel our game with an undeclared flair for throttling balls at the unaware. And to understand that fair is not what gives life its vibrant flair. I don't think we ever finished that final game of dodgeball, but little did we know that when the siren rang and we all sang out our goodbyes to the only life we knew, we were stepping into the queue. We had walked into the world with a rosy view, just ready to show everyone what we could do. But now we're stuck in some weird fever dream, never quite awake but never really asleep, just constantly waiting for the call to start the next round of extreme dodgeball.